we managed to find more of the hybrid durians, and also something which could be a totally different hybrid. I think again Cimetinos Cuteiensis hybrid. This up here is definitely one, but this one is a Cimetinos which looks very strange and could also be a hybrid. The upper one, the really yellow one, here are a couple more trees, old ones. And underneath this one there are not so many seedlings, but underneath another one there are literally hundreds. Also, I managed to find, where did I put it? A huge Balian fruit with a huge seed inside. Look at that, it's the size and shape of a cocoa fruit. And here again, a rambai, but still green, so the fruit season is not at an end yet. Here a rotten palm, which is still growing as a bush on the jungle floor. Although here it seems to have tried to send out one of those huge, very long stems which can get up to hundreds of meters long. But that's how the palms start their life, on the jungle floor. Also a nice termite mound next to it. Also here my friend brought me a wild mango, an Assam Mawang. This name has different problems. Firstly, Assam Mawang is referred to, Assam Mawang is a name used by people in West Kalimantan and also in Sarawak to describe Mangifera payang. This is not Mangifera payang, this is the bigger version of Mangifera foetida, I would say, which in central Kalimantan is called Assam Bawang. Let's go and check out the tree. So here is the tree, quite a young one. No more fruits on top. Here we have the leaves. They are big but not big enough to be Mangifera payang. Also the fruits are also quite big, but the green skin here is for me the most important thing. It kind of turns brown. I think a lot of those brown ones are still good to eat. If you think this could be a hybrid, because look at this brown skin. Oh, come on. But still edible flesh inside, so when they are fully ripe, the skin kind of turns brownish. But I think this is already the rotting process starting in the skin. Tell me if you think this is not normal Mangifera foetida, but something different. Don't forget, we are here in the most biodiverse region on Earth, and stuff can be anything. Look at those termites. They made a nest in this tree. Those interesting spine-like structures, and then they ate through their tree, and half of it collapsed, and now they have two nests. Ingenious. Another jungle salak palm. However, this one is just starting to flower. No red snake fruit for me today. A champinak tree, the much more sweet and much more flavorful cousin of the jackfruits. The fruits are smaller, but very plentiful. The biggest disadvantage of many artocarpuses is the milky sap, which will mess up all your equipment. Why is this thing not cultivated as commonly as the jackfruit if it is more sweet and more flavorful? Well, firstly, it seems to be more or less ultra-tropical. Jackfruit you can cultivate all the way to the Mediterranean and southern US and southern China. This thing I haven't even seen it in Thailand or Cambodia. I've seen it only in equatorial climates. Also, it is incredibly sweet and incredibly aromatic. You cannot eat too much of it. Also, unfortunately, it's seasonal. So you get all this bounty in one season and then nothing for a year. In one area in Sarawak, I saw the trees everywhere. I asked them, why do you plant them when you don't use them and when they are just seasonal? They say, we plant one and then the squirrels and the monkeys plant the seeds everywhere and we end up with a whole forest. It's not that we need so many, it's just so good at spreading A couple are okay, but we actually have too many. You hear the sound ahead? My friend tells me that this is a gold prospecting operation. There is gold in most areas of Kalimantan. Usually not enough to be profitable for big companies, but small companies, or even just a housewife with a bit of time after the food has been cooked and with a wooden pan, do some prospecting everywhere to get just a bit of pocket money. So this is what the 21st century gold claim looks like. They are using a couple machines, as you can hear. They are digging. Hi boss! They are digging in the riverbank. They are sieving through the river gravel here. Those are probably the sediments which were deposited here at the time when the jungle was cut down, probably about 30 years ago or so. Hi boss! Ada mas Dayak! Here you can see they have reached the bedrock. Gold is heavy, so you don't want all the thick layer on top. You want the layer right between the loose sediment and the bedrock, and especially the cracks. Ada mas Dayak bang? Dayak! Oh, bagusla! Okay. Well, if they say there is a lot of gold, probably that means they make a little bit more money than by planting rice or harvesting durian. Oh, and look at that! There is another Pekawai Gulan around here. Look! Another durian hybrid. I found my very own gold here. Look at that. Another hybrid durian. Well, engines. Well, two little generators basically. They have tapped the little creek. And look at that over there. There is a whole group of my favorite tropical butterflies. Those are huge. You might say that this is destructive. And yes, they are polluting the river and stuff like that. But it's a very small scale destruction. It's not being done by some huge multinational company. It's being done by a couple average Joes from the next village. And let's be honest, the damage is not more than what you do when you make a new hill paddy. And the damage will not be felt anymore after just a couple months. The area will recover. Yes, when you have 100 or 1,000 of those claims along one river, you get some big area pollution, but let's be honest, one big multinational company making an oil palm plantation or a big gold mine will destroy a lot more nature than 1,000 such little artisanal gold prospectors. Let's see, how do they make the gold? I think from all the videos I have seen that there are a lot of little riffles here inside this trough, and basically the gold will get caught on the bottom, and at the end of a shift they will just pan it out and see how much they earn in a day. Well, since the durian harvester and a lot of other people are drinking from this little river, let's hope they don't use cyanide or mercury or some of the other more noxious substances common in gold prospecting. Okay, they have stopped. Satu Pekawai, charge berapa? They want to charge me for filming the video, but I think it's just a joke. So yeah, they are using this thing with the fleece, with the basically with the doormat. You know those things that you trample on. Sedikit. Saya minum kopi sedikit. So let's see. They invite me to a coffee, and I will wait a little bit till they remove the rocks and everything until we come to the interesting part. And they have, now I know where the jungle snake fruit went. They got it.
Naman dimakan.
Yes, yes, ini bagus. Ah, buka. Saya buka. Oh, ini?
Masak, udah masak.
Ini masak? Ah?
Masak.
I'm not sure if this one.
Durian mau kah?
Coba ya, coba. Masam.
Kan kopi satu lek. Minum, Bu.
Ini.
Ya, biar banyak-banyak minum.
Satu minum di sini.
Itu satu grup.
Terima kasih, bos.
Kita foto barang kok. Koi, foto kan.
Basam.
Fotonya kah HP kah?
Hah?
Ada kirim.
They understand my digestive problems, and so those nice people are gonna boil some water for me. Banyak. Saya orang besar minum banyak. Penuh. Oh yeah, half this thing is not gonna get me anywhere, but the whole one might keep me running for an hour or two.
Saya mengerti sedikit.
Orang besar minum besar.
Banyak ya minumnya.
Oh, terima kasih bang. Those gold prospectors are caring for me like for a little child. Those people here are so great. People still unspoiled by tourism. So don't even ask me where this place is, folks. I don't want you here. I want those people to preserve some of their innocence. My salvation is cooking. I was afraid I would have to wait until the village before I can get something to drink, but now let's hope there are no other gold prospectors upstream using cyanic acid or mercury. Also, those people, they asked me what my parag belt is made from. I showed them from this vine, and they told me to be very careful with this one because it's very itchy on the skin. Ini tidak bagus. Yeah? Ini? Yeah. So this is a very useful vine, but just like the rotan, which is a very useful vine, this thing will hurt you if you touch it the wrong way. So many jungle resources. You need so much lore to survive in the jungle. Yeah, it is just another forest, but you need so much local lore to survive here. I didn't realize this because when I went to other parts of Europe and even to America, I could use a lot of the lore I knew from the Balkans and later from Germany. But you come to the tropical rainforest and even to remote fruit forests like here, yeah, you can use a lot of the lore you know from your old home.
Fruit pedalai.
Fruit pedalai di mana?
Yes.
Ini.
Yes.
Buah besar.
Yes.
Okay, he's pointing out some big Artocarpus fruit. But yeah, it's good to know such little details because sometimes I don't know exactly what itchy stuff I touched in the jungle. So from now on, I'll be careful. I'll continue using this stuff, but with a lot more care. And maybe when I go to the jungle, I just take a little teapot with me, especially if I'm in not so remote areas. So they showed me a piece of the green bedrock. When I asked them, is there gold inside, they say no. Yeah, this is normal. There is no gold inside the bedrock. There is also basically no gold in all those thick clay areas. The gold is heavy, so it fell down when this was still very moist and liquid, fell down all the way to the bedrock. And if water runs over the bedrock, the gold is usually inside the cracks. That's why you have to wash out every crack with the water hose. So no gold inside the bedrock, no gold in the top layer above the bedrock, just between the bedrock and the clay. That's where the gold is. So here, oh, belum, saya makan terlalu durian. Minum dulu.
Durian banyak, Mister.
I don't know where he got this
Batu raung, gul putih, emas putih.
This pay dirt from. Is it from here? Or is it just from the river to show me? Maybe they don't want to show me the amount of gold they are getting here. Some people might get jealous. Maybe they just want to show me the method. I don't know. Or maybe they took it from the sieve. Well, Oh, and the spineless honeybees, they don't sting you, but they get into your hair, literally. Good that my hair is short. Oh, see the black sand? Patu kecil hitam. Ah! See all the black sand here? There is still a little bit of yellow sand, a lot of black sand, and you can already see the gold. See, the black sand is iron. Iron is heavy, not as heavy as gold, but also very heavy. So when you remove 99% of the material from the pan, what you are left with is usually gold and iron and some other heavy metals. See, black sand with a couple of little gold flitters inside. Well, I think neither in the US nor especially in Australia this would be. Yes, ada, bas kecil. In Australia this would be considered not enough to buy bread for the day, but here in Indonesia the salaries are low, so even such small amounts of gold are worth prospecting for. Look at all the little honeybees. There are a couple flies among them, but a lot of them are honeybees. Ini garam? Hah? Ini apa?
Rinso untuk nyuci.
Rinso apa? Ah, sabun. Well, even the soap. I thought it would be salt, but they are very much interested in the soap here. They're also very much interested in the people. Those little stingless honeybees, which are actually more closely related to ants than to bees, they are getting fruits. They are getting a lot of honey from flowers and fruits. But salt is something very rare here in the inland rainforest areas. Because even if there are salt deposits somewhere on the surface, they get washed away very quickly. So salt is in very short supply, and those honeybees, well, let's say we are very popular with them. I slipped from the log, and yeah, the mud deposits here are epic. Oh, hati-hati, banyak duri. Oh, they say there are also lots of spines around here, but they walk around everywhere barefoot here in the mine, here on the claim. Let's see. I would say I know where those guys pee, for the same reasons why the bees like us. Salt and uric acid and other minerals. Look at that. Those beautiful butterflies. They really like this one spot. Well, I think they are also mating here, but there is no reason not to mate while you ate. That doesn't sound right. But look at them. Maybe my favorite jungle animal. Look at those beauties. They are huge. Each wing is maybe 5-6 centimeters. That makes them 10 centimeters across. Or maybe they are bigger. Maybe when I catch them, each wing will turn out to be 8 centimeters. But I'm not going to catch them. You don't catch butterflies. You catch butterflies, you damage them. Such little cuties. Seems like this is the other place where the stuff is going. Nice. Well, whenever I fall, it's when I'm not filming. That's why I'm gonna film at all of the dangerous spots, so I will never fall. Those great people are inviting me all the time to eat, but I need water. Now I put it into the little river to cool it down fast, to be able to drink soon. You don't want to know the color of my last pee. Believe me, you don't. And I was right. The spot where the butterflies hang out is the spot where everybody pees. Also, they are telling me that over there is a big hybrid durian tree with tons and tons of fruits lying on the ground. Guess where we are going next? Second second teapot. I just put the old bamboo splinters, but those guys have an ingenious way to make fire. Di mana ini, boss? They just use
Karet.
the old cash crop here, so they call the caoutchouc karet.
Dan.
You take this one, they just take the latex from the caoutchouc tree. Well, he already brought some, and I think the one he brought is better quality. Let's see how they do it, or let's see if I can do it. Oh, here he already brought a lot of good quality caoutchouc. Well, let's stuff it in there. Burning rubber is not supposed to be healthy, but either is dehydration. Catch fire already. It's already getting late, and I don't think that my friend here expected to be kidnapped for the whole day. But I want to see this one hybrid durian tree, which is supposed to have a lot of fruit. I can still hear the gold prospectors engines, and they said that they showed me the tree, the huge hybrid tree from their camp. When we arrived here, the only really huge tree was a normal durian, a really impressive one. Underneath it, the normal Kuteiensis. He's trying to find some, maybe somewhere else. They touch the itchy bamboo. Good that I have long sleeves, but still, I'll have to wash it off the sleeve. The jungle bamboo is your friend until you touch it with some exposed skin. Nope, none of those trees is the impressive tree we were looking for. Here are a couple young Kuteiensis. Unlike the hybrid, Kuteiensis doesn't seem to be in season yet. See a couple yellow fruits up this one. So it could well be the hybrid, but nothing forageable on the ground. A lot of the monkey guava, the tasty monkey guava, but whenever something is in too high supply, you stop cherishing it. Buah apa? Oh no. Okay. If I'm ever at this gold prospectors camp, I'll set my eyesight on this big tree crown they pointed out to me. I'd walk straight, even if I have to chop my way through the fruit forest with a parang. I want to find this hybrid, which is supposed to be extremely productive. Has anything fallen at least near the... No, this one was chopped in half. What about this one? Who threw this away? Well, whoever did it, it's already too far gone. It's impressive how many young trees are around this one. Really impressive. But right now, I want a nice, tasty, too rotten already, but look at this beautiful color. This piece of a fruit looks like it's from a hybrid, but you cannot spot a tree around here. The only tree I can spot is a Cibetirus looking one. And the fruits underneath it is already too rotten for an identification. The chainsaw is still here. That shows you that this is a very remote area with really honest people. In more urbanized areas, it would have been gone by now. I mean, this is more than a person here earns. This is worth more than a person here earns in a couple months. And the what is the thing the devil does? Well, the seduction is a little bit too big for some people, but apparently here people are nice and honest and produce gold. So he says the tree over there. Tiramusim. Okay, there are fruits on the tree. He says it's not ripe yet. Let's see if we are lucky and something has already fallen. It actually has quite some inclination towards over there. Even if it's not good enough to eat, opening a fruit might give us a hint as to the species. Hundreds of fruits hanging up there. It looks a lot like a Cuteensis. Is it maybe a Graveolens? I mean, if he says it's something special, there are Cuteensis trees everywhere. I see a couple rotten fruits on the ground. Too far gone probably to distinguish any colors inside of them, but so let's see. Nice big leaves, coppery underneath, more or less normal colored on top. Now those fruits are not gonna tell me anything interesting. Well, from up here, it could be a Graveolens, but it's too elongated to be a Graveolens. Why is there no freshly fallen fruit? And why is this thing not in season? It could be a new species for me, but full of nice fruits which are not ripe yet. My head got caught in a rotten pretty badly. Good that I had the hat on. Those people have cut it at a height appropriate for themselves, but not for me. I'm both pretty tired already. We didn't go far, but a lot of filming, a lot of waiting. Not much talking anymore. Also not much filming. I hope they would see more interesting things on the back. But yeah, but for now, this is a plant I see pretty much in many rivers in Kalimantan/Borneo. I know we had the most biodiverse biome on Earth, but still, in most of the area, there is kind of a limited number of plant species. Only the really pristine rainforests are extremely rich in species, and even there, the dominant species are, you see them again and again. Here again a variety of the wild beetle pepper that stops bleeding. Guess those prospectors started working late because when we came up here, the river was pretty clean. Now it's kinda murky. It's gonna stay murky even miles and miles down the river. Well, that's what one gold prospector claim does to the river. A lot of filter feeders will be, and possible water plants will be afflicted of this. Will be afflicted from this. But like 100 gold claims can do some real damage. Oh, those black lollipolis are quite rare. The shiny brown ones are pretty common, like this shiny brown color, but the black ones, see them from time to time, but they are rare. Going back through the, well, between the rice paddies in the old fruit forest. Seems that people like to trample on other people's paddies. That's why there is a fence here, or maybe it's for the piggies. Who knows? No fence on this side. Also, they've thought about the future. Planted oil palms everywhere inside the paddy. Also, the rain has pushed down a lot of the rice. This is bad. if it doesn't ripen before it rots down there, that rice will be lost. Well, it is more or less ripe. The harvest is already going on around here, so I guess they will still be able to salvage some. Actually here they have already salvaged the fallen rice. See, no or almost no seeds here except those which are still unripe, while the rest of the paddy hasn't been harvested yet. So this was just a salvaging operation for the rice that was basically pushed out by the water. I've never seen this part of the village before, but I'm seeing a lot of pandanus mats, only that they don't call this one type of pandanus pandan. There's also a lot of rotan. Here a lot of stuff is still being made from local materials instead of metal and plastic. Also the houses, all those planks and rafters and everything, it's not being made in a sawmill, it's just being made using one single chainsaw with several different chains. More little piggies, they are so cute, I want to cuddle them. And the cute doggies are bad together with their mother. The mother is already tiny, and the babies, they are minuscule. One mistake I'm not making again. Pigs and dogs both love sweaty, smelly shoes.